Yeah, yeah. Just that you have her. I do it slick. Antisocial, keep it real quick. Stacking my chips, I stay legit. Focused on the grind, I never quit. In my world, I'm the king. Silent moves, I do my thing. Haters talk, but I never sing. Dark mode on, look at dark way swing. Shadow in the night, I'm in my zone. Moving in silence, never alone. Got the vision, I set the tone. Building my empire stone by stone. Quiet but heavy like a stone. Moving in shadows, I'm in my zone. Solo, but my name's known. Dark mode, hustle, I've grown alone. Never falling, staying cold. Ain't no story left untold. Keep it low, stay bold. My energy's worth more than gold. Yeah, never falling, staying cold. Ain't no story left untold. Keep it low, stay bold. My energy's worth more than gold. Never falling, staying cold. Ain't no story left untold. Keep it low, stay bold. My energy's worth more than gold. My energy's worth more than gold. My energy's let them go, let them go. Never falling, staying cold. Ain't no story left untold. Keep it low, stay bold. My energy's worth more than gold. Never falling, staying cold. Ain't no story left untold. Keep it low, stay bold. My energy's worth more than gold. Yeah. Keep it real quick.
Hey, what's poppin', y'all? This your boy Bear 3200, aka Mr. Antisocial, and we back again with another video. Somebody stole 200K and 2 chicks got splat for it. Hey man, I ain't see the video yet, but we about to dive into it. Get you something to smoke on and tune in. Drop a comment below, hit a thumbs up, and don't forget to share.
A double homicide that took the lives of 2 longtime friends.
They took my heart when they took her. I'm not the same person I was before February 13th.
The beloved mother and community icon, Abril Miss Gorgeous Mills, built her life around family, friendship, and service, until a single winter night shattered everything, leaving her young son motherless and a city desperate for answers. When 2 women were gunned down in their own home, the violence sent shockwaves through Lorain, Ohio, exposing a tangled web of stolen money, betrayal, and unresolved grief that still haunts the streets today. Welcome to the True Crime Vault. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Abril Lakia T. Miss Gorgeous Mills, born on March 7, 1992, began her life in Orange, New Jersey as the beloved daughter of Damaris and Jerome Dickens. Her family relocated to Lorain, Ohio, where Abril spent most of her life, becoming a well-known presence in the neighborhood and among friends who cherished her happy-go-lucky spirit. She was affectionately called Bree by those closest to her, a nickname that reflected her approachable and vibrant personality. From a young age, Abril showed both academic and athletic promise. She attended Brookside High School in Lorain, graduating in 2010, where she built a legacy as both a diligent student and a talented basketball player. Her hard work earned her a basketball scholarship to Notre Dame College of Euclid, opening doors for her to pursue higher education and further athletic achievement. Professionally, Abril became a phlebotomist, a skilled role involving drawing blood for medical testing, demonstrating her compassionate nature and willingness to serve others. She worked at University Hospital's St. John Medical Center in Westlake, Ohio, and gained the respect of her colleagues and community for her dedication and professionalism. In addition, she was an accomplished hair artist known for making wigs and providing hairstyling services to clients throughout Lorain County, and was celebrated as the selfie queen due to her lively, confident persona. Central to Abril's life was her role as a devoted mother to her young son, Justir Glenn. Friends and family noted that her primary motivation and daily focus was on providing a nurturing environment and brighter future for her son, whom she lovingly referred to as her king. Her deep attachment to family extended to relationships with her mother, Damaris Dickens, and her broader network of friends within the community, underscoring her importance within both her immediate and extended circles. In the weeks before her death, Abil continued her routine at her residence on the 1300 block of F Street, Lorain. On February 3, 2021, a significant incident occurred in Lorain. An ATM delivery van was robbed of approximately $200,000. 0 cents, an event that would soon cast a shadow over subsequent events in Abril's life. The theft was reported by Tyra Parker, a 24-year-old former Cleveland police officer and then ATM delivery driver, who claimed the money disappeared during her route. Police quickly noted irregularities.
All right. Who with me?
Parker delayed reporting the theft.
Look at her. Look at her. She already got the prison jumpsuit on, so we already know she had something to do with it. Or that was either a prior lockup. But if she wasn't locked up prior to this whole situation, they wouldn't have hired her. So we already know she locked up for that, probably. Now, just look at her. The money went missing. Right.
Checked cameras only in areas out of surveillance, and inconsistencies in her account raised suspicions. Though tensions in Lorain were rising amid a broader increase in gun violence that winter, there is no indication Abril was involved in any criminal activity. Instead, she remained focused on her family and her daily routines. On the night of Saturday, February 13th, 2021, tragedy struck. At approximately 8:30 p.m., Lorain police responded to distress calls at Abril's home on F Street, where they discovered both Abril, aged 28, and her lifelong friend, Jerhonda Edwards, aged 29, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Both women were pronounced dead shortly after emergency services arrived, and the brutal nature of their deaths shook the community to its core. The crime was swiftly designated a double homicide, prompting an intense investigation by local authorities. The community, already reeling from increasing violence in early 2021, was confronted by the terrifying reality that such violence had claimed two well-loved young women. Abril's mother, Damaris Dickens, found her daughter's body inside the F Street home after Abril failed to respond to a series of texts, an experience she described as devastating and frustrating, very frustrating, expressing her longing for answers and justice. Both Abril and Jerhonda had been shot multiple times, a detail that underscored the rage or intent driving the crime. Jerhonda Edwards, a close and lifelong friend of Abril, was also known within the community, and the loss of two friends in a single violent event magnified collective sorrow. In the immediate aftermath, investigators combed through evidence at the scene and began searching for leads. Within hours, they established a connection between the double homicide and the ATM theft reported just 10 days earlier. The convergence of these two crimes, gun violence and high-stakes theft, marked the case as especially complex.
A double homicide that took the lives of two longtime friends.
They took my heart. When they took her, I'm not the same person I was before February 13th.
Still unresolved, nearly 3 years later.
It just hurts me every day, every single day. It hurts me.
Tonight, News 5 follows through in Lorain on the crime that took place February 13th, 2021.
My daughter deserves justice.
It's hurting my son, our families. We just want justice for Abril. Please come forward if anyone knows anything.
Almost 3 years later, their killer has still not been arrested. The family of Abril Mills is making an impassioned plea for leads that could finally provide a break in this case. News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis tells us police have been careful about releasing any new information on this case as they continue toward working toward an arrest.
No justice. None. And it's so terrible.
The family of 28-year-old Abril Mills is filled with emotion and frustration after Mills and her close friend Jerhonda Edwards were found shot and killed inside Mills's Lorain home the day before Valentine's Day 2021. So far, Lorain police have been unable to make an arrest in the case.
It just tears me up that nothing has been done. And he's still out there somewhere. And I want him.
Mills left behind a young son who is now 11 years old and is being raised by his father. Mills's mother, Damaris Dickens, says her grandson loves basketball and is walking in his mother's footsteps. You see, in 2010, Abril was all Lorain County in basketball and earned a full scholarship to Notre Dame College in South Euclid.
She was so proud of her son. I hate that she's not here to see him.
Lorain police have reported this case is related to the theft of $219,000 from an ATM delivery van 10 days before the shooting, but is still yet to get specific about the connection. And so, Damaris Dickens can only wait for the justice her daughter deserves.
My biggest thing is I want to go to court and I want to face this guy. I want to face him and tell him what he took.
Abril's family says new information from police about the ongoing investigation has been hard to come by, but the family still remains confident Abril's killer will be found.
I have faith in them. I just don't want them to let it die. I want them to try and keep trying and find somebody. I don't want it to be a cold case.
Meanwhile, Damaris Dickens says she didn't lose just a daughter, she lost her best friend.
She was very caring. She'd give you the shirt off her back. She was like, I'm so proud of my daughter. And her biggest saying was, never say goodbye, say see you later.
And it's still not clear if Lorain police are any closer to making an arrest or filing charges in this case, but Abril's family is hoping there will be a break in this investigation in the coming weeks. With Abril's birthday coming up on March 7th, the Lorain mother would have been 31 years old. You know, News 5 will follow through on this developing story. Reporting right here at Lorain Police Headquarters, I'm News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis.
If you have any information about this case, you are being asked to call the Lorain Police Department. The phone number is there on your screen, 440-204-2100. Those with tips do not have to give their names.
Law enforcement quickly identified Tyra Parker, already under scrutiny for the ATM theft, as a person of interest for questioning. Parker's connection to one of the victims, Jerhonda Edwards, deepened investigative suspicion and introduced a potential network of relationships that may have influenced the crime's execution. However, despite intense questioning and subsequent indictment for theft charges, Parker was not charged with the murders themselves. As part of the unfolding investigation, police released images of a man regarded as a person of interest who was seen exiting a vehicle near an Akron area gun store on the day of the murders. This alleged suspect's possible role in either the homicide or the events leading up to it remains unclear, but law enforcement believes he may have relevant information or involvement. Detective Kurt Graupman, lead on the case, noted that the scale and willingness to carry out violence shown by the suspects were extremely dangerous, urging the public's swift assistance in helping identify all those involved. The murders were not considered random and were executed with chilling determination, increasing community anxiety and awareness of the ongoing threat. Simultaneously, others were connected to the crime through the theft side of the case. Terry Kennedy, boyfriend of Jerhonda Edwards, was arrested and charged in connection with the ATM theft. His sister, Key Kennedy, who was romantically involved with Parker, faced complicity charges. These arrests underscored the complex web of relationships that wove together the theft and homicide cases, but despite these developments, no murder charges have been filed against anyone as of the latest reports. Investigators believe several people worked together but have kept other key details confidential while the investigation remains open.
And meantime tonight, we're learning new details about a man Lorraine police say was involved in stealing more than $200,000 from an ATM delivery van.
It's a case investigators say is connected to the murders of two women, one of which is the man's girlfriend. 5 on Your Side investigator Scott Knoll has the latest on what he's learned.
Right now, that man is only charged with the theft of that money, but we've learned he has a long history of arrests, including for murder. Terry Kennedy behind bars, booked into the Lorain County Jail this afternoon. Police charged the 22-year-old with aggravated theft. He's now the third person charged in connection with more than 200 grand stolen from an ATM delivery van back in February. The driver of that van, former Cleveland police officer Tyra Parker, has pleaded not guilty in the case. And Kennedy's sister, Kai, out on bond, charged with complicity. Lorain police say the stolen cash is connected to the February 13th murders of Terry Kennedy's girlfriend, Geronda Edwards, and Edwards' longtime friend, Abril Mills, inside Mills' F Street home in Lorain. Police haven't said how the cases are connected, but say Mills was not involved with stealing the money. Today, her mother hopeful. The new charge is another step toward justice for Mills.
I'm waiting. I need that. She needs it.
5 on Your Side investigators found Terry Kennedy has juvenile convictions for aggravated robbery and assault and was tried but found not guilty for a 2016 drive-by murder. Court records show Kennedy was convicted of a weapons charge in that case and served time behind bars. Mills' mother hoping the arrest will help detectives unravel the mystery and take the killer or killers off the streets.
I want them to be caught like yesterday. I just sit and wait. I actually turn on Channel 5 News every day to see if there's something new.
Any new developments in a murder that's left a permanent hole in this mother's heart.
I'm crushed. I'm devastated. That hole is never gonna close. I really miss her. That was my best friend.
A $5,000 reward is being offered for information that helps solve these murders. If you know anything, you're asked to call Lorain Police. In Lorain, I'm 5 on Your Side investigator Scott Knoll.
The investigation faced several headwinds, including a lack of eyewitnesses and direct physical evidence linking any of those arrested for the theft to the actual homicides. Lead detectives have refrained from disclosing the specific evidence that tied the theft to the murders, but insisted that it was discovered within hours of the shooting. Parker's behavior after the theft, including inconsistent stories, nervousness during police interviews, and her resignation from the Cleveland Police Department amid unrelated allegations, created an additional suspicion, but not enough thus far for homicide charges. Police and prosecutors are continuing to ask for public assistance, offering a $5,000 0-cents reward for information that leads to the arrest or conviction of the perpetrator, S. Anonymous tip lines remain open, with appeals re-emphasized across multiple news reports as investigators pursue leads in both the theft and the homicides. The prolonged investigation has left family members and community advocates increasingly frustrated at the slow pace of progress and the lack of closure. Abrilma's death left an indelible mark on her family, particularly on her young son, Jasir, who was deprived of his mother by an act of senseless violence. Family members have expressed ongoing anguish, with her mother, Damaris Dickens, describing not just the loss of a daughter, but also of a best friend. The Mills family, alongside the family of Geronda Edwards, continues to plead for anyone with knowledge to come forward, feeling the burden of waiting for answers and hoping for justice so that the person or persons responsible are held accountable. Abril Mills should be alive today. She should be watching her son Jasir play basketball. She should be doing hair for her clients. She should be taking those selfies that made everyone smile. And the people who put her there are walking around free, probably sleeping just fine at night. But here's what they don't understand. This isn't over. Damaris Dickens isn't giving up on her daughter. Jasir isn't forgetting his mama. And this community isn't moving on. Someone knows what happened that night. Someone knows who pulled that trigger. Someone knows why 2 innocent women had to die over money they never touched. Your conscience knows the difference between right and wrong. Your heart knows what justice looks like. How much longer are you gonna let this go on? Call the tip line, tell the truth.
If they didn't touch that money. I don't know if they didn't know anything about that whole robbery or heist, because why was they involved? I mean, not like why was that linked to that? You can't link the two crimes if it's not something that's linking them. And the only thing that's linking the crimes is the money. So if they never touched the money, how was the two crimes linked? You see what I'm saying? They said that the two crimes was linked. So if them two girls never touched the money, and the only thing that they had in common was people that committed the robbery, or people that was in on it, people had knowledge of the robbery, but not them per se, how was it linked to them? So that goes to tell you right there that they had something to do with it. They just not releasing what. Now, being as though that was her boyfriend, she may have had the money. They may have gave them the money, the whole. Who knows what happened? Who knows what they did with the money? But that's a possibility. I feel anyway.
Truth, do what's right. Justice for Abril Mills. Justice for Johanna Edwards. Justice for every mother who won't come home tonight. The call is yours to make. We send our condolences to the family of Abril and Johanna. Until next time, stay safe and take care of one another.
Hey man, love and condolence goes out to their families, man. Two beautiful young ladies, man, who lost their lives. Hey man, I really don't know what to say about that situation. It was foul. That was foul. But I do feel they knew more about that situation, that robbery, than they're putting out. Those girls knew more about it, and they was linked to it in some type of way more than they were putting out. But hey, man, that's just my opinion. And you know, like, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Excuse my language, but hey, man, y'all drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe. Until the next time, I see y'all later.
My energy's what wanna go. Yeah. Keep it real quick.